Hello guys, and today we are here with an Arduino board. It's Arduino Leonardo, and we have a small PWM circuit that I bought online. It's basically 3 different MOSFETs put together with a couple of capacitors and resistors and a couple of ports where you can put in stuff. So here I already have some of it set up. So I have 2 wires going out. If you can see, the 2 on the left are the motor wires. Plus is on the right, minus is on the left. And then positive and negative, same thing for the power supply on the right. The 2 right-hand ports are for power. And here I connected it to a jack adapter, which will go to my power adapter, which is plugged in underneath the table. And then, so if we plug in a motor here, this motor, which is a thermotake motor, it's more like a computer cooling fan, and it has 3 ports. So you're gonna use the ground and the positive, which I believe. So the ground is usually the black one, so I just took the black one and the one next to it. So if you have, the black one is usually negative, and then the red one is positive. So if we put this negative wire into the hole here, and then the positive into here, and if we take this one and we plug it in, the fan just turns on, and then if we take it off. So this PWM, it came with a potentiometer, so it looks like this. It has 3 ports. And right on this side here, there's ground, 0 to 5 volts, and then this empty one. So you could just take these 3 pins and just plug it in. And then when we connect this, the fan doesn't turn on because we have the potentiometer down here. Now if we slowly start rotating, it turns on and the speed varies. If you can see, it's slower now and then it stops. So you can use a potentiometer to control it, but that's kind of manually controlling it, I guess. So if we take this off, and now it's like that, put this aside here. And if you don't have this 12 volts, I believe, power adapter and this jack adapter, another thing you can do is use a battery. This is a Regulator 9-volt battery, and you can use this power adapter, put this in, and then put these 2 wires to there. That will also power the thing. It's slightly slower because this is 9 volts. So if we put that aside. So next we're going to talk about how to control these ports by using an Arduino, a green light, which does not have much to do with controlling it. D18BS20 small thermo sensor, which is moving around. So it has 3 ports. And finally we have a bunch of assorted wires, some of these, some of those, and different sizes. And finally a breadboard, which we're going to do most of the connections on. So first we're going to take this, the D18BS20, we're going to put it in. So you want the flat side facing you. Spread these out a bit. There we go. And then, so there's 3 pins on here. The leftmost side, when you put this, the flat side facing you, the leftmost side, you can take this. I'll take the shorter one. And boom, we're gonna connect it to ground. And then we're gonna take another, this one. We're gonna connect it to the rightmost side one, leaving the middle one open for now. You're gonna want to move this down. As all breadboards, the columns are connected, so we're just gonna put it near the bottom, and then connect that to positive. And then next, what we're gonna wanna do is use a 4.7 K ohm, so 4.7 kilo ohm resistor. What I did, because if you just put it in, it's kind of unstable. So we're just going to take 2 of these. We're going to put this in. And then take another one. Take another one and just put it in. This way it's stabler and when you go to touch the temperature sensor to warm it up, it doesn't move all over the place. And then I took 2 pins. They look like that. They just go in. They go in like that. And then so basically now you have an overcomplicated resistor circuit. And you want to put this in between the 2nd and the 3rd pin. So it's between the data pin and the positive pin. What you want to do is, if you can see here with the breadboard, you want to put the resistor in before the actual wire connecting it to the power. Otherwise it just basically doesn't do anything. And then next we want to take a relatively longer one, connect it to the middle one, which is also known as the data one. And we are going to connect that one to port 7. So along this edge, 7, and connect it to port 7. Whoops. Connect it. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got it. And then just put it in there to the breadboard. And then once that's in, we're going to want just put this LED in, and for simplification purposes, I'm going to put it in between both of them. And then it just looks nicer that way. If we take this, we're going to connect this ground to the other ground. If I can get that. Now this one comes out. Okay. Get that to stay in. Okay, and then we're going to want to take any wire and connect the ground to the column this side is in. Okay, and then we're gonna want to take this one, connect it to the other side, and if you notice on a LED rather, there's a long pole and a short pole. So the long pole goes to the positive, and then we're gonna take the positive end, and then instead of connecting it to power, we're gonna connect it to pin 5. There we go. So that's how it looks. And then finally, we're going to connect the ground from this, just on the other side. Ground. I'm going to connect it to this ground. No, the best choice of a wire. And then we're going to connect 5 volts, which right next to ground. Put that in. We're going to connect it to 5 volts up here. Okay, so this circuit is done. The next thing we're going to want to do is just put these together. Boom. And boom. There we go. Get these to stay. So if you look on here where I had the potentiometer, there's a ground and a 0 to 5 volts. So we're gonna put one on the ground. Shove that in. And then we're gonna connect it to ground. And on the Leonardo, there's 2 ground ports, which is good. And then we're gonna connect the other one, just put it into 0 to 5 volts. And then we're gonna take that and we're gonna connect it to pin 6. That came out again. Push that in. This stays. Okay, oh my bad. This doesn't want to stay. There we go. I hope that stays now, because I don't want to keep on. Okay, so now we have this circuit working. And I will show you guys the code in a minute, but if we just plug this in, it's not going to turn on. And right now, if we spin this around, I pull this up. This is should come with the Arduino, and then it goes in. So now we have the LED turning on. So I'm pretty sure it's receiving power. Now if we take this, which is connected to my computer right now, and the other side. And we plug it in. And then if we upload the code to it, now the LED should turn off, which is good. Okay. Okay, so that's good for right now. And then we're gonna check these connections again. There we go. So this thing wasn't turning on, which is why. So hello guys, I'm back. And right now, I had to change something. I had to take this off. I had to change the power adapter to the battery I was saying earlier because for some reason it malfunctioned. So same connections. Black goes to negative and red goes to positive. Then we have this connector. Just plop it on. We have it's on, and then right now, I'll show you the code later. My code has it that if it's over 25.8 degrees Celsius, it will turn on. So if we push this right over the sensor, it will start cooling. Okay, now I'm not gonna do it this way because it's gonna take way too long. Because this fan, it's loud. It's soft, and it cools really slowly. So if I just show you that it turns off. So if I change this, there. Now if I upload it, the fan and the light should both turn off. Okay, there we go. Now I have them both turned off. I'll show you the code in a second again. And now we have it turned off. So if I heat, this thing keeps on breaking off. Okay. So if I put my hand on the finger sensor, now I'm gonna take this off because it's way too bright and it's blurring out the stuff here. So right now it's at 28.00. So if I start heating it, it starts to turn on. It turned on. And then now if we let it sit, it's at 30 now, and it should stop. I have the lower limit set at 25.6. Now, obviously it's not gonna stop because I don't have display at this, so nothing's, only the air around here is cooling this down. So that's just gonna keep on running for a while. Now if I set this higher limit up to 28.0, now if we run it, it should stop. Now it stops, and I want to show you that now it's at 27.06. I put my hand on this and slowly warm it up. It turns on. Now it should be above 28.8. Now if I hold it for a second, take it off, this slowly starts to cool, and then once this is below 28.0, this should turn off. So I don't have it connected to my computer, so I cannot see what the temperature is right now, but it should slowly start cooling off. Okay, so it turned off because this temperature is sensing it's less than 28 now, which is the lower limit that I set.